So now let us welcome our first speaker for the day, Mr. Gaurav Arora, Vice President of Kotak Mahindra Bank. Mr. Arora is an honor graduate of Commerce from Delhi University, an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and lawyer from Lloyd Law College. He is pursuing his LLM and CWA. Presently, he is working as Vice President and Northern Head, New Age Clients and E-commerce at Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited since October 2019. He is responsible for developing new relationship for the bank in the e-commerce space and managing an active portfolio for the unicorns and sunicorns that have disrupted the market with innovative ideas. Prior to this, he worked as Executive Vice President, Corporate Finance Infrastructure Banking at Yes Bank Limited from 2014 to 2019, where he was responsible for developing new relationship for the bank in infrastructure space, which involves new business orientation. Now, I would like to invite Sir. Sir would be addressing on the topic emergence of new age startups. We welcome you, sir. Over to you. Gaurav, sir. Gaurav, sir.
Soumya sir cannot unmute himself.
So, okay, I'll do that for him.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Gaurav Arora, and it's indeed a pleasure to be with you all. And I think this is kind of a new format which we all are, getting used to, where all of us used to be, in a face-to-face scenario where we used to talk, share the experiences, and have that kind of personalized conversations. But I think as the world goes through a pandemic and we are experiencing a new normal, this is how, as Vanda said, the new change which is going to come in the lives of all of us. So I think let's accept this, because this is something we cannot change. So when you can't change something, you should accept it and move on with it. So thank you so much for having me here, and I think my entire introduction is covering it so well that as if there are so many things I have done. But to put it in simple words, I think I'll tell you what I have done till now. The most important thing is that I have been a student and a teacher. That is my biggest achievement in life, that I have been able to do both the things in one go. So with this, I think the topic given to me here is very, very interesting, which talks about emergence of new age startups. I think all of us need to understand that how times are changing and how we are coming to a stage jahan par things are going to be far more innovative, far more adaptable, and far more commercial than it was in the previous times. So before jump on to what a new age startup is, let's understand something. आज से कुछ टाइम पहले तक we used to buy clothes, right? We used to buy food, we used to buy everything which presently required us to go to a market, then have a discussion with a shopkeeper, trying to negotiate a price, ask for a discount. If it is a festival, ask for a festive season discount, ask for the free goodies with it, ask for if it is a heavy good item, maybe a appliance or something, ask for a delivery, negotiate on the delivery charges, installation, and then take it home. And then maybe the cycle of buying cycle used to get completed. Then economic life cycle used to be further ahead. जब आप चीज को यूज करते थे, वो खराब होती थी, उसकी सर्विसिंग कराते थे आप, So everything used to be coordinated in person, half of the time or most of the time, and then somebody used to get assigned, आके आपकी सर्विसिंग होती थी, आपका अप्लायंस ठीक होता था, उसके चार्जेस पे किए जाते थे, उस चार्जेस के बाद आप दोबारा अपने उस इकोनॉमिक्स लाइफ साइकिल में इन्वॉल्व हो जाते थे। आई थिंक ये एक साइकिल था जो शायद हमारे पेरेंट्स ने देखा। I think what we saw, let's break it into two parts. One was a commercial transaction and another was a financial transaction. Financial transaction को बाद में pick करते हैं, पहले commercial transaction को pick करते हैं. So there was always a commerce available, there was always a industry available, there was always a buyer available, there was always a seller available. What few people did, they brought them into an electronic platform, kind of avoiding the physical or geographical constraints, so that any buyer can deal with any seller across any location without any challenge. That was the first part which actually was addressed. So uske chalte kya hua ki aap aaj, even if you are at any city, any town, any country, you can buy a product, just go online, आप वो प्रोडक्ट देखते हैं, उसके 4 डायमेंशंस देखते हैं, उसका वीडियो देखते हैं, उसकी फोटो देखते हैं, उसके बाद आप उसके रिव्यूज पढ़ते हैं, आप उसका ऑर्डर प्लेस करते हैं और वो कमोडिटी आपके घर डिलीवर हो जाती है। So what a startup is actually is the crux in this particular definition. Startup is nothing but easing out or doing the things in a different and an innovative way, so that it adds tremendous value to the whole process. वैल्यू कहाँ ऐड होती है? आपको घर बैठे कन्वीनियंस मिली, आपको जो प्रोडक्ट चाहिए था, आपने अनलिमिटेड प्रोडक्ट की लिस्टिंग में से आपने अपना प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्ट किया। So for example, today if you go to Myntra to buy a t-shirt, it gives you, if you don't apply a filter, the first search will be say 44,000, 50,000 products, and once you apply a filter, it keeps sorting color, ये pattern, ये size, ये fit, ये collar, ये uske basis pe you keep dividing it, and it keep reducing the search result, and then also it gives you some few thousand option, 2,000, 500, 700, 1,000, whatever. So इस तरीके के आपके पास ऑप्शन आते हैं. That means these many options are never there in a store. You have given unlimited range, unlimited option, unlimited SKUs to a customer who comes to your site, to your market platform, or so-called your electronic shop, or a digital shop rather. And there you actually, after offering him everything, the pattern was same, the buyer was there, the seller was there, the price point was there, and ultimately a transaction was there. आपने वो सारा इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली फैसिलिटेट किया. ओनली थिंग इज, एक शॉप जो शायद 10 किलोमीटर या 20 किलोमीटर के रेडियस के कस्टमर को कवर करती थी, नाउ इट इज कवरिंग without any geographical constraint. That is the best part, the biggest problem, the biggest value addition which happened in any kind of a startup which was there. Now all these startups focused on some or the other thing. So what is that thing? It's a problem statement which can create immense value. So aap jab apni, when you're studying, you are doing your courses here, I think always look around that what kind of a bigger problem you can attack or you can address. That only will give you immense value in overall scheme of things, which is going to justify your learning. See, एक डिग्री लेना या पढ़ाई करना is not sufficient from a perspective of what you want to achieve in life. For that, if you really want to have the true meaning of it, the true sense of it, you have to actually reach at a stage जहाँ पर आप उस knowledge को और उस potential को harness करके you can actually derive something which is far more valuable than an ordinary case of scenario. So to tell you, first thing you have to identify is a problem statement. अब आज से जो पहले के startup थे, and I'm not talking about new age startup. When I say new age startup, they are the startups which will come after say 2020 or 2019. Why they are new age? Because a lot has been addressed in last 10 years. So आपको trivia purpose के लिए बताता हूँ, आप Zomato से 10 साल से खाना order कर रहे हैं. आप Ola या Uber is roughly around 10 years old. If you look at similar other things, Flipkart is around 14 years old. Amazon is around 10 years plus. So if you'll see all these, or maybe, if slightly younger startups, you can say Paytm is around 8 years old. So, all these, Oyo is around 9 years old. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that a lot of people in the previous generation have looked at certain problem statements. It could be कि कपड़े ऑनलाइन कैसे डिलीवर हों, लोगों की कम्यूटेशन मोबिलिटी की प्रॉब्लम कैसे सॉल्व हो, लोगों को घर बैठे टैक्सी कैसे मिले, किसी भी पॉइंट से टैक्सी कैसे मिले, which was Uber or Ola. How do people enjoy a food delivery at home from multiple restaurants? That was Zomato. If you look at how do you resolve the problem of traveling and a budget hotels, that was Oyo. If you look at how do you resolve the digital payment and digital fintech problem, that was Paytm, MobiKwik, and all these sort of wallets which came into the picture. So what I'm trying to say here is that I think, and then maybe how do you get rid of your old stuff? So OLX picture mein aaya, Quicker picture mein aaya. So what I'm saying is that there are a lot of such solutions which have been implemented by a generation before you, जिसने ये सारी प्रॉब्लम रिजॉल्व की. एंड फर्दर नॉट ओनली वन पार्ट ऑफ इट, पीपल हैव गॉन टू हैव अ स्पेशलाइज्ड कमोडिटी. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आपको ग्रोसरी ऑर्डर करनी है तो ग्रोफर्स और बिग बास्केट है. अब सिमिलरली somebody picked up only dairy, एंड दे पिक्ड अप डेयरी, तो किसी ने कंट्री डिलाइट खोल दिया, किसी ने मिल्क बास्केट खोल दिया, किसी ने अब आपने बोला कि नहीं हम सिर्फ मीट और नॉन वेज प्रोडक्ट्स पे फोकस करेंगे, तो किसी ने लिशियस खोल दिया. So what I'm trying to tell you here is ki, there are lot of things which are coming up. Every day people used to see a problem about consumables, about fashion, about commodity, about consumption, everything. So they resolved that problem statement and created a value. So to give you a trivia, and this trivia is from very selective set of universe, which you will really like, that how these people have evolved. So for example, Oyo, which is now 7 years old, 8 years old, you will be amazed to know the founder Ritesh Agarwal is 26 years old. He is the youngest billionaire in the world. His startup Oyo is valued at $14 billion. $14 billion, I'm telling you, is one of the phenomenal valuations which anybody could achieve. It's in the range of roughly around 80,000-90,000 crores. So what I am trying to tell you here is that if you look at the people who have achieved such massive valuations, it is only because of that they could resolve a very large problem statement. The larger problem you resolve, I think the larger value you derive out of it. It's as simple as that. So Uber, for that matter, Uber, it was always like you always had a challenge with a taxi. आपको एक टैक्सी वाले को फोन करना था, you always were not sure whether he will come, not come. Now Uber is like that, you even know where your taxi guy is. You can give a feedback, you can spoil his rating if he misbehaves with you, or if he does not turn up. You have multiple other course of actions. So what I'm saying is that every commercial transaction which was existing there was picked up and looked at from a different perspective, and few startups came into the picture. They derived value. आज की डेट में you will be surprised that startups को हम सिर्फ startups नहीं कहते हैं. We call them either a unicorn or a decacorn. Unicorn is one जिसकी valuation 1 billion से ऊपर होती है, और decacorn is one जिसकी valuation 10 billion से ऊपर होती है. 1 billion is around roughly 7,500 crores, and 10 billion is corresponding 75,000 crores. So important thing here is that how do they become unicorn or a decacorn? Because they resolve a problem which was maybe impacting a million people, or a billion people. That's how they simply drive a valuation. The ticket sizes are very small. आपकी Uber ride 150, 200, 500 रुपए की होती है, but the number of rides they complete in a day is roughly around 2 million, which is 20 lakh rides. That's how the value is created. Our 20 lakh ride pay, you imagine if he has taken only 100 rupees per ride as an average, he has very clearly made 20 crore rupees per day. And that's how valuations are derived. So आप कितने masses को अपने products को पहुंचाते हैं और उससे क्या resolve करते हैं, that's how your overall valuation comes up. ये हो गई commercial transaction की बात. Now there was a problem which was related to the financial transaction. अब financial transaction में challenge क्या होता है, I'll tell you. You remember आज से कुछ time पहले we used to use only cash, right? Then there was a pattern when checkbooks came into the picture, that you have to make a payment, you used to cut a check, चेकबुक दिया आपने और पेमेंट करा लिया. Then there was a pattern when debit card and credit cards were used. All right, debit card, credit card, swipe machines आई, आप swipe करते थे और use करते थे. That's how it used to happen. Then there was another leg when wallets came into the picture. Why wallets came into the picture? Please understand. And one of the biggest wallets is Paytm in this country, and which has a valuation of again $10 billion, which is Decacorn. What Paytm saw that there are a lot of people who have to always carry a plastic. अब लोग अपना वॉलेट घर भूल जाते थे, लेकिन अपना मोबाइल घर नहीं भूलते थे. तो they realized that there has to be something which can be addressed by empowering people to only go digital. And what they did is they came up with a concept called mobile wallet. तो उन्होंने अपने आपके फोन में एक वॉलेट दे दिया. वेयर एवर यू आर, यू कैन स्कैन अ कोड, यू कैन पे. पहले मोबाइल वॉलेट के लिए आपको नंबर से पैसे भेजने पड़ते थे. देन दे केम अप विद अ कोड दैट यू हैव अ क्यूआर कोड, यू स्कैन अ क्यूआर कोड एंड यू पे द मनी. This resolved a problem of two types. Number one, ease of access. You don't need to carry that bulky wallet. हर एक बंदे के पास अपने कार्ड्स हैं, 5 कार्ड्स हैं, 6 कार्ड्स हैं, आपने सारे कार्ड फीड इन कर दिए. You can use any card there. Second, it takes less than a minute. It takes even less than uh, uh, when you swipe a credit or a debit card on a machine. So it addresses a very large problem. Time saving. आप कहीं से बैठ के कहीं पे पे कर सकते हैं. You don't need to be near the terminal. You don't need to be near the swipe machine where you have to swipe the card and then you have to kind of draw a value out of it. No, you can make a payment. So these fintech, the second part which I was telling you, came into the picture after that. They resolve a bigger problem, that how do you pay for your consumption? How do you make a payment for the facilities you use? So these facilities were like anything. It could be your Uber ride, it could be your mantra purchase, it could be your restaurant bill, it could be your school fee payment, it could be your anything. So Paytm actually integrated it to the entire payment cycle or the payment chain, and they became a payment bank ultimately. So again, if you look at the users, it will be roughly around 400 million users of Paytm, which is 40 crore people in India are on Paytm. That's why it's valued at 10 billion. So that much big kind of a data points. So if you look at this whole value which is created, it is created by addressing a larger problem. Somebody addressed the commercial part of the transaction and somebody addressed the financial part of the transaction. When you split this and you keep dividing your attention, and you pick up the biggest problem statement out of that dissection, that gives you the largest value, and that's how you can create a value out of it. Now, which is very important, anything to do with technology is very perishable, very very perishable. जो technology आज है वो कल retire हो जाएगी. So for example, आप कल तक डेबिट कार्ड यूज करते थे, वॉलेट आया, अब वॉलेट खत्म हुआ तो यूपीआई आया, अब यूपीआई के बाद जीपे आया. यू सिंपली डू अ गूगल पे. सो पहले आप वॉलेट में लोड करते थे, वॉलेट से पैसे ट्रांसफर करते थे. नाउ यू कैन पे डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम योर बैंक अकाउंट टू द अदर पर्सनस बैंक अकाउंट. सो व्हाट आई थिंक you need to really understand is you are going to be a part of a very dynamic world which is going to have a very very perishable technology, very very perishable concept, which will actually be over before you realize, or you can extract the complete value out of it. So second part here is that you have to really upgrade yourself very rapidly than waiting for the right opportunities to come. So yahan tak ka jo portion tha, this was about the startups which have already come, which are already there. So you have to understand that what is the way now. So Facebook आ चुका है, Uber आ चुका है, WeWork आ चुका है, Oyo आ चुका है, Grofers आ चुका है, Milk Basket आ चुका है. You have all or most of the things which are covered. Education में Byju's is there. So you look around yourself, you'll find that lot of such problem solving apps are there in your life. Or the startups which used to be there, they are there in your life, and they have created a value for themselves, their shareholders, and their customers. So what is the future? Where the future lies? Can you right now go ahead and open a startup? Yes, because now there are two things which will come into the play. Number one, when we say new age startup means something which is again the requirement of time, something again which is going to be a problem statement for a lot of people. Nobody ever envisaged that this kind of a pandemic will be there. So Zoom, for that matter, nobody used to download, say 8 months back, suddenly got its share as a maximum downloaded video calling app because of this pandemic. So real estate, which used to be the biggest glamour for any investor, is nowhere into the picture now. So the times are changing, and every day, and like you could never predict that there will be, say, a pandemic, or there will be anything else. Similarly, you cannot predict what will come next day, what will come next year, or what will come in the times to come. So this is very, very important, that we should always keep thinking from a perspective that what kind of a new things which are coming up for us. Second thing is, how do you actually address the new kind of a problem statements? That is again very important. So when we say new problem statements, it could be anything. You have to be open, and you have to be very observant, that what could be the real life challenge in this thing. So to give you another example, when we say new age startup, a lot of people are now focusing on 2 or 3 sectors. One sector is the data handling. What kind of a data analytics are required? What kind of a data integrations are required? What kind of a data mining tools are there? What kind of problems you can solve with the data? So data is so important, and people are so attracted to it, that you won't believe that traditional businessmen are jumping into it. So the biggest example in this country is Jio. So when we talk about Jio, why did a billionaire who had the whole empire from, say, the oil, or from refineries, from pin to plane, they used to be always in a manufacturing segment. So how do they get attracted to this point? So Mukesh Ambani, around 3 years back, he gave a statement in a AGM and said that data is going to be the new oil. So as far as the value of oil is concerned, it is going to be perishable, but the value of data is never going to end. So again, to give you a trivia, when this pandemic happened, oil futures were traded in negative. That means आपको oil रखने के लिए पैसे देने पड़ रहे थे. Oil was that kind of a negative scenario, but data was always preferred. What kind of a movements are happening, what kind of a people consumption is happening, that was very, very important. So again, another interesting fact, how did this name came Jio? If you actually look at it in the mirror, it is the reflection of oil. So if you see, if you ever have a Jio logo, just put it in front of the mirror, it will read oil. So data is the new oil. That is from where it is coming. So imagine people are investing in it and taking a value out of it. So a Jio where all the telecom operators were bleeding, when people were closing down their shops. Imagine Idea was bleeding. It went into, and rest of the mobile operators, we used to have mobile operators. Everybody got kind of vanished in this market. Then Jio was launched, and within this pandemic, within this lockdown, Jio raised more than 1.5 lakh crore rupees, which is a phenomenal amount, and that can tell you what kind of a value data has. And it has investors like Microsoft, Google, Adia, Raptech, whatever you name it, it has all those important stakeholders, which are Facebook, which are not even strategic, but also the very strong financial investors. So what my suggestion to you here is that you should look at new age startups from a new problem perspective. I'll give you another example. So everybody realized that things are going online. When things are going online, you need to learn coding. You need to have coders. You need to have technology background people. So there is a company which was 18 months old called White Hat Junior. It used to teach kids from the age of 6 about coding, about computer programming. and that was taken over by Byju's around 2 weeks, 3 weeks back at a valuation of $300 million. $300 million is roughly around 2,500 crores, which is a huge value for an 18-month-old business. So how that value came up, please understand that value was there purely and purely because there was a problem which was identified, there was a need of the future which was identified by someone, and then it was actually addressed in a way that people can actually take a benefit out of it, not for themselves but also for their investors, their shareholders, and the rest of the people. So that is one part of the trivia. Second part was the financial transaction. Similarly, financial transaction does not mean only, your payment. It includes your insurance, it includes your stockbroking, it includes your shares, it includes your, all the kind of financial products which can actually add value or which as a consumer you use. So I think and everything has a focus, including the borrowing. So today you may find some 35 odd banks in the country who are lending, but there are, believe me, larger number of NBFCs, those who are actually what do you call that, focusing on lending to the MSMEs, lending on to the uh, you know uh, the people who are not maintaining their books properly, who are not having any kind of a previous credit history. So my suggestion is that you have to go ahead and examine all these parts so much in detail that you can draw a reference out of it, that what could be the value maximizer in the whole supply chain or whole value chain which you are tapping. So now coming to the new age startups. So new age startups are something similar to like White Hat Junior. That could be called a new age startup. So these companies are resolving not only a problem which is faced by rest of the industry, but also they are preparing young generation, the future generation, also for the purpose of getting ready where the demand of future could be. So given this particular situation, I think uh, I categorize new age startups as the companies who are really working on to addressing the problems of the new world. And I count this new world, there was a word which used to count AD, after death, and now there will be a new word which will be called AC, which is after corona. So after corona world is going to be something new, while we will resume faster than all of us can imagine. But trust me, there will be a lot of behavioral changes, lot of economic changes, lot of value changes which will happen in our entire chain, entire society, that we have to really adhere to, we have to adapt, and we have to derive a value out of it. Then only things will be very helpful and very meaningful for you. So if you look at now the two pieces which we discussed in the new age, one was the commercial transaction, second was the financial transaction. So we have to understand that with these two are going to be the backbone of any transaction. So हमारी लाइफ में आगे जाके किसी भी डोमेन में कोई भी ट्रांजैक्शन होगी, so there will be a buyer, there will be a seller, and there will be a commercial transaction, and there will be a financial transaction. So जब ये चार चीजें हैं, you pick up anyone from this value chain and try to resolve either that segment or the sub segment of that chain, and trust me, it's going to create immense value out of it, so that tomorrow you can have a similar kind of a business which can create a lot of value for you. So and I would say that, actually speaking, I'm also a student of Lloyd, so I can tell you you are at the right place. You have an incubation center. I think Vanna can actually let you know in detail about how you can reach that incubation center. So before you get more thing, I think for the clarity of everyone, I'll tell you there are 3 stages of a startup. One is incubation, second is acceleration, and third is the commercial launch. Incubation is when you have an idea and you don't know what to do with that idea, whether that can be successful, not successful, whether that will be bankable, not bankable, whether that will create a value, whether that will generate an interest. So एक incubation center क्या करता है, आपके उस idea को incubate करता है, उस idea को एक framework देता है, एक blueprint देता है, एंड उस आइडिया पे एक बेसिक रिसर्च करके, एक बेसिक एक्सपर्ट थॉट्स गैदर करके, it gives you a kind of a basic platform where you can launch that idea, you can create that idea. If it is an app, you can create a beta version of the app. You can create if it is a manual, it can give you a framework of the manual and help you create that manual. So that is the job of an incubator, is that is the job of an incubation center is. Then come accelerator. Accelerator is the one which lets you do the pilot versions of it. So whatever basic capitals are required, maybe a seed capital or a pre-series capital, that kind of a capital comes to you, and what you do is you simply use that capital to do certain pilot runs. For example, to give you an idea, suppose you want to do a logistic run, that you want to do end mile logistics. So that accelerator will help you to have tie up with the company, have 1 or 2 vehicles, maybe give you 1 or 2 crore rupees of funding, have 2, 3, 5 vehicles, do the test run and understand whether overall value chain generates the revenue or not, generates the profit or not. That is the job of an accelerator. And then finally comes the commercial. You raise up capital. When you do talk to the investors, startup funding, which is called either through the private equity or the one check capitalist, then you raise the funds, and then you commercially launch it to the entire universe. You open your app to the Play Store, you open your app to the Google App Store, and then iStore or iTunes, wherever. You launch it commercially, and people start downloading it, they start using it, and you start delivering it. So I think these 3 stages are there: incubation, acceleration, and commercial launch. So to give you a perspective, Lloyd has very generously, made an incubation center where a lot of ideas. At least I remember last year from the batch, 4, 5 people came up with very bright ideas. Some could pick up, somebody got into the job. But yes, there is a platform available where you can use it. Then that is one. And second thing is to understand more about the data and other things. I think you have a course by IBM with you, data analytics and other things which are available. I'm sure somebody from Lloyd will guide you on that also. So I think my personal feeling is that you are at a ecosystem which can equip with all the necessary skill sets, as well as give you a decent launch pad, which can catapult your growth to the next level, which can catapult your dreams to the next level. So please take a complete advantage of it. Try to understand what is happening around, what could be a problem, what could be a value maximizer, what could be a new age company, what could be a new age startup idea which can actually take the things to the next level by resolving it for more than 1 million people. Always look at the bigger picture, always look at the a larger picture, which can not only address anything which you need, but also can address maybe need of few million. Always remember, we are a population of more than 130 crores. So addressing even a 10% of it, for say 10% of people, you're going to actually talk about a universe of 13 to 15 crores of people, which is a huge population. A lot of countries don't have that kind of a population which we have maybe in a state. Some of our states are bigger than many countries in the area as well as in the population size. So more population, more consumption, more avenues to make money out of it. So I think the whole world, whole opportunity subset is available to you. All you have to do is be vigilant, just not only study, but try to apply that learnings. It could be a basic learning of as simple as that, attitude is everything, to a technical model of Black-Scholes model, which will tell you how to value the options. So every learning which you get today or during your course in this particular college, please try to apply it practically and understand how you can generate value out of it, how you can draw a difference from rest of the others, and it will really help you with that. I think as we go forward, we'll interact more, we'll try to understand each other's ideas, and if you need any further assistance, you need any further input on a particular thought or a particular idea, such sessions, Lloyd is very proactive in organizing such industry talks, getting people on board, and letting them discuss what kind of a suggestions, or what kind of a market trends, what kind of a investor feedbacks are there. Everything is, I think, you have a very very magnetic group director. She's always ready to help the students, and such kind of ideas are always, on her priority list. You have Dr. Som with you, who is, a wonderful professor himself. I have seen him talking. So I think I would say, when teachers, institute, and overall ecosystem is in your favor, and it's going to help you, assist you with something which is out of the routine course. Um, I think you have everything available at your disposal. All you have to do is just decide positively about it, and then harness that opportunity which comes on your way. With this, I once again thank you for having me for this particular induction, and I wish you all the success. Please, go for it, go for your dreams, and try to, do something different. Don't hesitate, don't fear that anything can go wrong. Let things go wrong. Trust me, if you succeed, you'll have success on your side. If you don't, you'll have experience on your side, and trust me, both are very 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 precious to have in your life. With this, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for having me.